Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. So we are the group 1 and today we will be discussing about the basic parts of a civilian letter. So before we delve into the certain topic for today, we will recall first kung ano nga ba yung tinatawag natin na civilian letter. So similarly, sa business world, pag nagko-communicate yung mga CEOs to other company CEOs, ang tawag dun is business letter. However, in the field of law enforcement or any civilian paramilitary letters, ang ginagamit naman natin is what we call civilian letter. Ano nga ba yung civilian letter? So, civilian letter is a less formal letter siya. Unlike ng military correspondence, which is ginagamit lang within the organization ng military, ang ating civilian letter naman is used or utilized by the law enforcers that they use in communicating to other high-ranking officials in other organizations or individuals. So, hindi siya sobrang formal like ng military correspondence. So, civilian letter is a formal letter used by law enforcement and other civilian paramilitary personnel for external communication. So, now that alam na natin or na-recall na natin kung ano yung civilian letter, it is important also for us to know how to make one civilian letter. In order for us to know how to make one, mas magandang alamin muna natin yung basic parts nito that will be discussed by my group mates on the following videos.
Good day everyone, I am Ronaldin Tabuno and at this point, I will discuss the heading in a civilian letter. Civilian letter provides important information about the sender and the recipient. It typically includes the sender's address, the date, and the recipient's address. The heading helps us to ensure that the letter is delivered to a right person and it can be easily identified and filed. Additionally, the heading may include a reference number or any identifying information to help track the letter. The letterhead and the date line will be elaborated to us by Ms. Laika Rosa and Carmela Sanchez.
So let's proceed to letterhead. So what is letterhead? Letterhead is a type or printed document that includes the name of the police office or unit, address, telephone number, zip code, or the office sale or slogan. In other explanation, letterhead is the top section of a formal letter that displays important information about the sender, such as their name, address, contact details, and sometimes a logo. It serves to identify the sender and give the letter a professional appearance. So next is we have a dateline, and that will be discussed by Miss Carmela Sanchez.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, classmate. I will be discuss the dateline. Dateline. This is written few spaces below the letterhead, signifying the date when the letter is written. Month of the year should not be abbreviated, and method used in military should also be avoided. Dateline is a vital piece of information that enhance the both professionalism and clarity. It serves as a timestamp that indicates when the letter was written, contributing to the formality and organization of the communication. The standard format for a dateline includes the full month name, numerical day, and a complete year. For example, November 17, 2023. That's the standard format for a dateline. Dateline typically placed in the top right corner. It can also be centered above the greetings for a formal look. Proper formatting, ensuring the consistent alignment and readability while avoiding overlay decorative fonts. Punctuation. In the dateline, punctuation in the dateline should be used consistently, whether it's a comma after the day or a period after a year. For example, January 15, 2024. In conclusion, Dateline plays a significant role in civilian letter. It provides a clear and professional indication of the letter's date, enhancing its overall presentation and clarity. By adhering the standard format, placement, and formatting guidelines, writer can ensure their letter are well organized and easily to understood, leaving a positive impression on the recipient. The next will be proceed to the inside address, which will be discussed by Jericho Rasiles.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Jericho Rasiles. Today, we are going to discuss about inside address. But first, we need to define what is inside address. Inside address is the address to which the letter is being sent and includes the titles and names of the person to receive the letter. It's important to include as much information as possible to ensure the letter is delivered accurately. One of the importance of the letter is inside address. If we say inside address, it means that therefore this refers to the recipient address as what you observe usually. Especially in the printed letters, it always has in an area or place where it can be sent. You should provide the name, company name, street address, city, state, and zip code of the person to whom you are sending the letter. The inside address should start with the smallest unit, which is the recipient's name and the job position, and then it is followed by the larger units. That's all. Thank you.
Hello ma'am and hello classmates. My name is General Sindon. Today, I'm going to discuss the salutation. Salutation in letters, a guide to proper greetings. Salutations are the initial greetings in a letter that set the tone and establish a professional or personal connection with the recipient. Choosing the right salutation is crucial for conveying respect, formality, and establishing a positive impressions. The type of salutations first is formal. These salutations are used for professional and business correspondent, emphasizing respect and formality. The example of formal is Dear Mr. or Dear Miss or Dear Doctor, then last name. This is the most common and widely expected for formal salutation, to whom it may concern use when the recipient is unknown. Dear, then title, then last name. For specific positions such as Dear President Smith or Dear Professor Jones. And the second type of salutation is informal. These salutations are used for personal letters, also emails or correspondence with close friends and family. They convey a friendly and casual tones. Example of informal is Dear, then first name. This is the most common informal salutations. Then, Hi Jenny, example, ganun. More casual greetings often used in emails or informal letters. There is name used for close friends or family expressing affection. And the last type of salutation is neutral. These salutations strike a balance between formality and informality, suitable for situations where a professional yet friendly tone is desired. For example, dear then name. This salutation is appropriate for acquaintances or colleagues. Then hello, then name. Then a more modern and neutral greetings often used in emails. Choosing the right salutations first, consider the relationship. The level of formality should reflect your relationship with the recipients. And second, context of the letter. The purpose and tone of the letter will influence the appropriate salutation. And recipients' preference. If unsure or side or formality. And the last is cultural considerations. In some cultures, specific salutations are preferred or expected.
Hello ma'am, hello classmates. I am Michelle Misa Sado. Today, I'm going to discuss the salutation box for examples. Salutation box. This is a space where you place greeting like Dear Mr. Leisterin or Dear Rochelle. Then the basic layout of civilian letter with the salutation box. First is your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, and then the date, recipient name, and recipient address. In the salutation box, dear and then recipient name, then the body of letter, and lastly, sincerely, your signature or your type name. Next will be proceed to body of letter, which will be discussed by Miss Angel Vitalis.
My name is Angel Vitales, and I'm going to discuss the body of letter. This is considered as the body and soul. Ito is main part of the letter or nilalaman ng sulat. Body and soul of the entire letter because this contains the message of the writer. This written 2 space below the solution, comprising of 2 or more paragraphs. And the first paragraphs contain the statement and purpose of the letter. For example, request letter. This could be information, a favor, or something else. And second, contain the detailed explanation of the letter. Ito naman is kung ano ang nilalaman ng detalye. Explanation of the letter. For example, what is the topic of the letter? Or who is the letter written to? In most cases, single space is used for lengthy letters, and sa double space is using for short letters. Next, we will proceed to complementary clause, which will be discussed by Mr. Suliba.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to discuss complementary clause. So, what is complementary clause? First, let us define it. A complementary clause is the phrase used at the end of the letter, just before the sender's signature. It serves to express goodwill and respect towards the recipient, effectively signaling the conclusion of the correspondence. The choice of words in a complementary clause often reflects the nature of the relationship between the sender and the recipient, making it an important element in both formal and informal communication. Example of complementary clause is sincerely, yours truly, best regards, and cordially. The complementary clause typically appears on a new line aligned to the left or center and is followed by a comma. That's all. Now let us move on to signature block to be discussed by Janet Tagaka.
The last basic part of the civilian letter is the signature block. It compromises the name of the writer of the letter, or in some instances, the name of the company, This appears above the signature and place 4 spaces below complementary clause. This provides a clear and concise way to identify the sender, making it easy for the recipient to know who wrote the letter and to contact them if it needed. It also establishes the sender's professional identity, especially when a company name is included, adding legitimacy and credibility to the communication. For the conclusion, it will be discussed by Ms. Salcedo.
Good day, everyone. I am Rochelle May Salcedo, so here's the conclusion. Conclusion. Civilian letters used by law enforcement personnel to communicate with individuals and entities outside their organization follow a specific structure that ensures clarity, formality, and professionalism. So there are 10 basic parts of civilian letter. First is intro, second, head, third, letterhead, fourth, dateline, fifth, inside address, sixth, salutation, seven, salutation box or examples, 8, body of letter, 9, complementary clause, and the last one is signature block. By adhering to these basic parts, civilian letters ensures effective and professional communication between law enforcement and external parties. This conclusion summarizes the key components of civilian letters, highlighting their importance in maintaining professional communication with the law enforcement context. So, we are the Group 1, ma'am, and that's the end of our report, ma'am. Thank you.